Alright everyone, so in this video here I wanted to talk about a modification I did to my Nintendo Switch Pro controller, which is the one in the center. Now the reason why I have both Xbox One controllers, the one on the right is the original Elite controller and the one on the left is the newer version, is because the modification I did to the Pro controller for the Switch shares a similar feature that the other two controllers do, and that is magnetic analog stick tips for them. Now the kit I found on Amazon, comes in this pouch here, and I actually kept the actual thumbsticks that originally came with the Pro controller, but it does come with these two different styles of sticks with it. The third one's already on there, but you got the higher stick for it, and then you got what was pretty much the PlayStation style tip for it. These are magnetic, and part of the reason why I brought these Xbox controllers out too is because even though they do come with basically the tips that you would be looking for, these are actually modeled after the original Elite controller. So theoretically I can take that out and let's just say grab the one from the Xbox, put it on there, and it works fine. It's on there, it sticks. One thing I will say though is the magnet on this kit is not as strong as the Microsoft version, which in some ways kind of makes sense because that's part of the problem when it comes to third-party stuff, is that a lot of times they're not as good as the OEM version. Now, the reason why I brought the version 2 of the Elite controller is because the way Microsoft designed these new ones, they're not the same as the original version. So it's not like you can take this out and put this on and expect it to work. It's actually not going to fit in there. So as you can see, it doesn't want to actually go in there. And if I grab the original one, or the one on the Switch, and put it on here, like I said, it's not going to fit. And that's because the insides are slightly different. The newer version, I don't know if the camera's going to pick this up too well, but there are little indentations inside of them. The original version has 4 of them. The newer version of the Elite controller only has 3. So that is something to keep in mind too. Now the nice thing about this too is that even if you don't like these particular tips that comes with it, because the original version of the Elite controller has been out for a while, there is actually quite a bit of third-party options for it, and you could theoretically just grab the different tips for different styles and just plop them on there. So to install these, it's actually really not that hard. You basically take the controller apart, you take these two pieces off, there's a couple of screws, you split it open, and then all you really do is just pop out the original ones and pop the metal ones in. I will say though, a little warning, these were quite a bit of firm, you'd have to push them in quite hard just because it is a little bit of a tight fit. So keep that in mind. But once you do get them down far enough so that it's all it's not rubbing up against the plastic. I actually have YouTube playing on the Switch, so whoops. Anyway, so just keep that in mind. Now, part of the reason why I wanted to switch this out, there were two major reasons. One is there are some games that I do actually change the tips when I play on the Xbox. I kind of wanted a similar functionality with the Switch. The second reason why is because of the nature of the plastic, you tend to get all that plastic white dust on here after a while. It's actually pretty common with these things. And the nice thing about the metal ones is that you're not really going to get that, so you're not really going to get that mess on there when you are controlling stuff around and you're, just using the control sticks. You're not going to get that grinding mess or the grindy feeling when you are moving around. It's actually a lot smoother. So there are benefits with this. The kit was about $20, so it's not really that much. But when you consider $70 for the controller, you're with the new controller and then the kit, you're looking at $90. A little bit extreme. But if you already have one and you're looking for a modification like this, that is something I do recommend. So that was just a quick look. Like always, have a good one. Leave those comments down below. Like this video, share this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, and like always, have a good one.